Hello dear listeners. With the start of the new academic session, I am back here again to tell our dear students some very smart ways of studies. Smart ways as such that it will give you more time for fun, make learning easy, and you will also say bye-bye to tuitions. So how does it sound? Dear parents, teachers and students, let me explain to you a simple concept. Till class 5, every child achieves high marks. Why does it happen? Because till class 5, our teaching learning systems are such that the child just needs to memorize the things and he goes and gives out in the paper and scores high percentages. So this is how he gets good marks. But once he goes to class 6, that is from primary school to middle school, the transition happens. The teaching learning process moves from rote learning to logical learning. Here the child is supposed to understand the concept, answer questions from anywhere in the chapter and achieve good marks also. At the same time, the child is also undergoing puberty changes. There are a lot of emotions flowing in his body and he doesn't understand what is happening. There is an internal turmoil which is happening inside his body and side by side the academic pressure. Because a child who was getting about 90-95%, suddenly his grades start falling and he doesn't understand what is happening to him. So what is actually happening is his concepts are not up to the mark. This results in his developing low confidence, low self-esteem, and this affects his grades. So how to overcome all this thing? Let me give you some more example of how a course content is structured. You take any board, CBSE, ICSE, state board. Take any subject, any chapter. You will see that 40, 50 or 60% of the chapter any child can understand without any external explanations. Now, when you really can understand 40, 50, 60% of the chapter, why do you need extra assistance? Now, to make this point a little more clearer, in a class, the teacher, what does she do? She tries to explain the entire 100% of the chapter. A child also going to the class becomes dependent on the teacher that she will explain and then I will try to understand. Now what are you doing to yourself? Students, here you are taking the other person's brains. You are making yourself dependent for 100% of the thing. So why not become independent? Now to become independent, I will give you few tips how you can become independent and not depend on the other external person. Take up any subject, any topic. First step, take up 2 pages, just read it, plain reading. Second, try to make small fill in the blanks, as many as you can from these 2 pages only, using all the keywords. For example, cell is the dash and dash unit of life. Here the 2 keywords are structural and functional. So try to make small fill in the blanks from these 2 pages. Third, close your book, attempt these fill in the blanks which you've made. Fourth, open your book and check yourself all the answers that you've given and give yourself marks. 5, from these 2 pages, again make true and false, small true and false, as many as you can make. 6, attempt them, and 7, check them. By doing this, what are you've done? You went over the 2 pages 7 times. Based on the principle of practice makes a man perfect, this way of learning and doing your studies, 60 to 70% will go to your brains, which will go to your long-term memory. Why it goes to your long-term memory is because you're using 2 kind of energy. One is the visual and one is written kinesthetic energy. Once you understand 60 or 70%, the learning has happened. You do not need any external assistance. Yes, you may not understand some concepts. You may not remember few words, which would be a little difficult. Write this on a piece of paper, stick it on that page, and when your teacher explains in the class, ask them specific question pertaining to this difficult area. Normally when teachers ask students, do you have any difficulty? Students say, no, we do not have difficulty, because they've not understood, they've not read it. You are well prepared, so you can ask specific difficulties. This smart way of learning will give you a lot of confidence. You will know that I can do it, and you will develop a high self-esteem for yourself. As far as maths is concerned, in maths, examples are given in every chapter. Try to solve the entire example and then construct one or two questions based on the same concept and then attempt it. You are stepping into the shoes of the teacher, how questions are framed and what kind of answers are expected. As far as numericals for physics are concerned or equations in chemistry are concerned, take up one chapter at a time, write those numericals or the equations on multiple pieces of paper and stick them across in your room wherever there is your movement, cupboard, bed, table, etc. And for 1 week, just go through these numericals or equations for 1 week. You will find that unconsciously you have started learning them and memorize them. They get imprinted in your brain. And the next week, take up for the next chapter. This is how you can make your teaching, learning very effective. Your learning becomes effective. Things go to your long-term memory. You get more time for fun, and even you can say bye-bye to your tuitions, save upon the extra money and enjoy with it. For more tips if you require on easier learning methods, you can always call me on my phone number for more assistance. So I hope these smart ways of studies will help you grow into with the attitude that I can do it and a lot of self-confidence. Thank you, children, and wish you a very bright future.